Now, the Pixma Pro1 now uses 12 inks. There's 5 grayscale inks and 6 colors and the chroma optimizer. Now, these inks are in larger individual tanks. So here's one right here. Now, these tanks are about 155% larger than the previous Canon Lucia ink tanks. And now they're stored in the front of the printer. And the cool thing is they're tubes that connect the tanks to the print head. Now, this makes it easier to replace the inks, and it takes weight off the head. And a lighter print head means faster printing and less clogging. Now, these cartridges retail for about $36, so replacing them won't break the bank. So I'll plug that back in there. Now, before we get too techy, let's talk about how these inks perform. Now, as I mentioned, I shot a few sessions here in the studio to make images that I could use to test this printer specifically. Now, what I want as a professional is a printer that's easy to use, that can hold the detail in the shadows and the highlights, and it doesn't take forever to print. I want consistency, I want ease of use, and I want it to work right out of the box, and I want great color. Now, this printer delivered all of that. So let's first talk about this series of portraits right here, these faces. Now, I set these up to be extremely dark. I have dark-haired subjects on very dark backgrounds, and I have to tell you that I was amazed when these came off the printer. Now, here's one right here. This is a printer of Michael, and you can see in the original image that there is a lot of detail in the shadows and the blacks. And I was amazed to see what this printer was able to do to reproduce Michael's dark hair against the dark background. Now, you can't see this with our cameras. Our video cameras don't have the dynamic range to show you all of this, but the amazing thing is I can actually see where Michael's hair meets the... Now, again, this image was printed with a printer managing the color, and check it out. Here's an actual color checker passport, and I'll put it right next to it, and they match exactly. It is crazy. So there it is. There's the real color in real life. There's the color in the print, and they are an exact match. Now, earlier I mentioned something called the chroma optimizer. Now, this is a special tank that applies a coating to your prints. Now, this coating brings more uniform ink height over the printed image, which regulates surface reflection, and it maintains the natural color of your printed photos. Now, that's what really gives your prints an extra punch. The Pixma Pro1 print sizes from 4 by 6 inches all the way up to these large images like this, which is 13 by 19 inches. Now, it has an auto paper feed, that's right back here, as well as a manual feed on the back here for thicker paper. And the print resolution is 4800 by 2400 dpi for both color and black. Now, the Pixma Pro1 also allows you to print CDs and DVDs. So there's this little cartridge here.
Also, go ahead and demonstrate how to create a profile for it, either using the color management tool from Canon or the straight up Color Monkey system using the Color Monkey software. So just let me know what you want me to demonstrate, and I'll be more than glad to do so. So you can see the print is emerging quite nicely from where I'm standing, and I'm right above it. It looks glorious. It really does. Very even gloss. Very nice. The detail is tremendous. We'll go ahead and let it finish, and then I'll move the camera over and take a bit of a close-up so that we can get a better idea. And hopefully the video will do it justice. Sometimes video just does not do a good job bringing out the quality of printed images. But believe me, this looks amazing. Okay, so far it's taken about 5 minutes. I began the video as soon as the file was spooled. The background is very deep and nice and dense. I can see detail of foliage still. So I'm really satisfied with this result. The little petals on these flowers are almost white, which is amazing. The dynamic range is fabulous in this print. Then again, I wouldn't expect anything less. I'm running OEM inks on a fabulous Pro1 printer from Canon. So again, like I said, this is top of the line. Oh my goodness, this is perfectly even gloss. There's a little bit of a border because I did not print borderless, so the gloss